So with everyone saying the Detroit Pistons are the worst team in basketball, this is the episode where we finally change that. I had a similar assessment to this in one of my earlier episodes, but we really didn't make any changes right away. We played mostly games and didn't really make any big trades to change the course of the roster. I was just getting used to some of the players and seeing who I wanted to keep and who I wanted to trade. But today's episode, I've made my decision. Here's the trade deadline episode, all for you guys today. Let's get straight into it. Yo, what's up people, Boogie here, back with a brand new video. This is going to be a pretty raw video, as today we have no gameplay. There's not going to be a lot of editing. This is just going to be mainly a simulation video where we do scouting, trades, sim some games, see how our players do. And yeah, that's going to be it. This is going to be probably the second longest episode on this channel because of the lack of editing. And here we are. Let's simulate this game against the San Antonio Spurs. We do pick up a dub, which is nice. G League related decisions. I don't think I'm ever going to need to do any of these. So let me just always automate those. And then because we sent that guy down, they're going to say we have a roster change. So now it is time to edit the rotation. Isaiah Stewart is not getting any minutes. He's back from the G League after we sent that other guy down. He's up to a 72 now, which is good. I might want to get him some rotational minutes to start off this year. Even if it's not a lot, just to get him some playing experience, maybe. We're going to have to cut down on some of these other players' minutes first. I'm cool with Killian, Derrick Rose. Mikhailuk is cold, so let's put down some of his minutes and give it to the other players that are, maybe needing experience and just need more touches and more time, a little bit more than he does. So we'll up it to, well, Mason Plumlee's not playing that bad. He's being a good defensive center. Blake Griffin is playing phenomenal to start the year. I don't think we up Derrick Rose or Killian Hayes' minutes. I think I showed you guys when I made that change to go a little bit smaller with our lineup, but yeah, I'm thinking about going ultra small ball, but not entirely sure. But yeah, seems about good. We still have 3 more minutes to give out. We can give those to Sadiq if we want to. Yeah, we'll spread those out evenly. I've decided to not give Isaiah Stewart some minutes, but trust me, he will be playing very, very soon. We will get to see some Isaiah Stewart action in the very near future. We do lose to the Cavs in this game. We beat the Bucks. How do we lose to the Cavs and then beat the Bucks? And then we lose to the Pacers here, and we lose to the Pelicans, which is not great. So we have lost 3 of our last 4, make it 4 of our last 5 going into this game against Houston. We lose to Dallas, Indy, New Orleans, and Cleveland, all in close games except for the Cleveland game. So this is going to be the main part of the video, the title and the thumbnail of the video. Not the thumbnail, but will we trade Derrick Rose? The Sixers are probably the main team that's trying to pick him up. The Bucks, maybe. Maybe for DiVincenzo, I don't know. The Celtics could also be a team. Hornets, no. The Magic are also a team that's been interested in Derrick Rose. The Nets, if they were to trade me Spencer Dinwiddie. The Pelicans could be something. The Rockets, the Spurs. Okay, you can think about the Spurs. Yeah, I don't really see any of these other teams. So obviously the main team that we're going to be trying to talk to is the Philadelphia 76ers. This was the #1 candidate to get him in real life. But I think I would want a first in this deal, especially if I'm giving up Josh Jackson, who's not having a bad year. I mean, we are getting back Tyrese Maxey, who's a nice point guard, but I don't need a point guard. We already have Killian Hayes controlling the offense and playing good all-around basketball, so don't know what I would do with Tyrese Maxey if I had him, especially because he's 6'3" and would be pretty small for a shooting guard. So, I don't know, I could go back to that, I could mess with it, I could take him out and put in a different player, but let's look at Orlando. Chuma Okeke is a nice rookie, he's having a good year, he can be a valuable asset for them and for us if we get him. He hasn't played much at all. James Ennis, he'll just be a filler. Yeah, I don't know what to think about Okeke, especially because he hasn't played at all, so he's pretty unproven. Derrick Rose, with being an expiring contract, can help Orlando maybe make the playoffs this year and then maybe kind of start the rebuild next year, as they'll have a ton of expiring contracts. Precious Achiuwa is always a beast in 2K, right? Yes. Bro, I don't think the Heat would do that if Achiuwa was actually having that good of a rookie year, but it could be interesting. They're also giving me Avery Bradley, who's a good defender, but you might waive him if we were to get him. So they do have DERRICK, right? Who's averaging 17, a great year. I don't think they would do that in the right mind. The Timberwolves, we can send them back from Minnesota. That wouldn't be crazy. They already have, what's his name? I would take Jarrett Culver from them, but he's done for the year. So, yeah, I don't know. They already have Rick and Rubio and all those guys. The Hawks would not be bad as a backup point guard, but I don't know if they give me their young guy. The Jazz, would they do? So Mike Conley is averaging 15. I mean, he could be a nice player off the bench for them. But I'm leaning towards the Sixers, right? They're obviously the most realistic option. They desperately need a ball handler that's not Ben Simmons, right? So what can you give me? Oh, I would love Shake in that situation, but I guess we can't take him because he's injured. So I would take Korkmaz as well, and I'd give you back Zin and Musa. Okay. Let's see. We have to take a bigger contract like Dwight Howard. They might not want to give up. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of complicated. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on how I plan on doing this, but maybe to even out some money, like if we want to throw a bigger contract in for the other side, we can go out and sign a free agent here from the free agency market. Jordan Bell, not bad. We have to cut somebody to get Jordan Bell, so this is kind of a big decision. Who should we cut here? Maybe what's McGruder doing down in the G League? I feel like these guys are somewhat young. McGrew is not very young. Saban Lee, he can be a guy that's on the reserves list and he comes in as a backup point guard when somebody gets injured, So I think we release Musa. So if he doesn't get picked up in the next 2 days, then we're gonna have to pay him even though he's not on our team, which is fine. We just need a spot to put Jordan Bell in there, who will be making more money and will have a better ability to match with some of the bigger contracts in the league. So we're going to pick up Jordan Bell. Could be a big addition to our team, trade-wise. I don't think he's going to be here by the end of the video. If we don't trade him with Derrick Rose, we'll trade him for a younger piece. So, see, this is a trade that I don't mind. Taking on Danny Green will not be a problem for me, but I don't know if the Sixers want to give him up. He's one of their only great shooters on the team, but it might be the only way to make it work, because I would have to give up Mike Scott and a player that's making $2 million, which could be Tyrese Maxey, but then I won't be able to get a pick, you feel me? I care less about getting Tyrese Maxey, but he's just the only way to make the money work. And the only other way to make the money work would be me giving up a lot of money to take on Danny Green, which I don't think the Sixers would want to do at all. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I could make this money work with having a trade that I like. So the Sixers might not be an option. We might have to find another team that's in desperate need of a starting point guard or shooting guard or a third or fourth option on a good team. that's either trying to make a playoff push or trying to make a championship push. So I don't know, maybe the Sixers are not an option. Maybe they aren't. I mean, this trade is not bad, but I don't want Tyrese Maxey. Like, as good as he is, as good as he would be, I don't need him. I'm not gonna trade Derrick Rose to get another backup point guard. We can get the Bulls pick this year. What? See, that's the trade that I saw got offered to me, and I was like very tempted to do it at that time. Because this is a perfect trade for both sides. The Celtics get a better backup point guard, and we're giving away a player that's on an expiring contract for another player that's on an expiring contract, and we get a pick on top of it. It's not bad. So that could be a deal that we do. The Nets would be very interesting, as Derrick Rose can start at the 2 for them. They only have to give up a pick and Taurean Prince. I would do that for both sides. The Rockets could be interesting. Suns, I don't see it. As good as that would be for us. The Warriors, maybe. The Wizards, no. Right? I mean, maybe. Like, maybe we could potentially pull that off with Derrick Rose being a nice backup for them, but I'm not entirely sure. You know, what a year Robin Lopez is having. Wow. I mean, I don't need another center. We have Jahlil Okafor, we have Isaiah Stewart just coming in from the G League, and we have Mason Plumlee already, who's a starter. So he won't really have a place on this team at all. So that would be weird, but let's see how the Wizards are doing. So he is not starting for them. He's barely even playing for them. He's playing more than Mo Wagner. And company. He might be injured. I'm not sure. So let's see here. Let's change Derrick Rose to a shooting guard. And put him as a backup point guard. Because this might raise his trade value to some teams. Because 2K is weird, so maybe before they see him as a point guard and they're like, oh, we already have Jamal Murray, we already have Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? So maybe that will raise his trade value now that he is a shooting guard, which he probably would play for most of these teams that I'm trying to trade him to, you know? So let's also trade these things off. So I'll be able to trade Jordan Bell, who I wasn't able to trade before. And I'm trying to trade Derrick Rose and who else? Jordan Bell. See what we can get. Brook Lopez. Wow. George Grant. Marcus Smart and Peyton Pritchard. Duncan Robinson and Kelly Olynyk. That would be great. Mitchell Robinson. Okay. I can see that happening in real life. I mean, they did just pick up Schroeder, but who's starting for them at the 2? They can complete their starting 5. They're going to have their Wesley Matthews, Alex Caruso. They can really complete their starting 5 with that. I mean, as far as they're building future. Cam Johnson and Marcus Sarge, they wouldn't do that. Kuznetsky could be very interesting. Why on earth? They never would do that. The Wizards would give me Denny for Derrick Rose. What? Kuznetsky's just so good, though. I really want to play with him, but there's just no chance that it happens for him in real life. Thunder wouldn't even want a piece of Derrick Rose, especially if they're giving up a rookie. Because there's no way that, I don't know, but I really want to do it, but I don't know. Dang, this is hard finding a trade for Derrick Rose, man. I've been looking for a while now. More than you guys are seeing. You guys have been seeing this for probably 7 minutes. I've been doing this for 30. Who do we got next? So, the Nuggets are here, right? They really want a third star. next to Jamal Murray. Let's say they tried to trade for Victor Oladipo, they tried to trade for Bradley Beal, and they tried to trade for Drew Holiday. All of those failed. Who was their fourth option? Probably Derrick Rose. Probably. So if we can snag JaMychal Green and a first for Derrick Rose, we'll also throw a second on top of that. And they do it! Wow. I did not expect that to happen that quick. So Derrick Rose is officially a Nugget. It's weird to say. Why does that sound so weird to say somebody's a Nugget? So there's the trade if you guys were wondering. So we got a future second round pick, this year's first, and a player that won't be here next year, and JaMychal Green. So we basically got a haul for a free agent that we would have lost in the offseason anyway, and we got a first round pick from a team outside the playoffs right now. So this team is trying to make a push for the playoffs. If they don't, that will be a major W of a trade, but I think the Nuggets are going to sneak in there, and I think they made the right risk for trading for Derrick Rose. And you know what? I hope they make the playoffs after all that. So now let's look at our team after this. It looks like we'll be starting DeLon Wright at the 2 now. Sadiq Bey at the 3, Blake Griffin at the 4, and Plumlee at the 5. Obviously the lineup is way worse, which we want. You know, we want the lineup to be worse. So, kind of happy about that. Oh, we can edit the minutes here. So it still says DeLon Wright is getting 10. Let's give him a little bit more. Get him up to 21 for now. Sadiq Bey drop down to 27. Actually, get him up to 27, I mean. And then Sekou is not playing the best basketball, so you might want to drop him a little bit. Same with Jeremy Grant. Let's just see what they put together with all this. First of all, yes, that's what we want. Change Jeremy Grant to small forward, backup power forward. Do this real quick. Boom. So now he's a real small forward, and he can play power forward sometimes, but he won't be playing any other positions on our watch. So yeah, you're not getting 32 minutes for that production. No chance. 28 is fine. Sadiq Bey 28 also. Blake Griffin leading us in minutes with 34 is not bad. Mason Plumlee 31. And then Jeremy Grant could be the 6th man with 25. Do we give some to Isaiah Stewart instead of Jordan Bell? I think so. I think we give the rookie Stewart a nod over the newly acquired Jordan Bell. And we might even also trade him in this episode too, which could be interesting. So we'll give Mikhailuk 20. And then, do we throw JaMychal Green? Do we throw Isaiah Stewart? Oh, I forgot we had Sekou too. Yeah, we'll give Sekou these minutes. Give him 16 and then give the rest maybe to the starters? Maybe. I feel like these guys' minutes are fine. I feel like Plumlee's getting too much minutes too. I don't know. Let's drop these. Drop that, and up these. Give some of this fee, and give the rest to Sekou. Yeah, we'll do that. Sorry we're not getting any Isaiah Stewart action, but I really want to, but we just don't have a place for him right now. Maybe when we trade either Svi Mikhailuk or Jordan Bell, those opportunities will open up for him. Hopefully they do. Because I really want him to play, but he just doesn't deserve it over these other players that are more proven than him. I know he's the 16th pick and all, but you know, he's not a high overall in 2K. That's it. Yeah. He's only 19 years old. He was just outside the lottery too, and we're treating him like he's a 2nd round pick. So maybe it's my fault. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing by this, but we just have too much big men coming off the bench. Maybe we should trade Jeremy Grant or who's the other? Sekou. Maybe we should do that in the next episode. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Let me know what you guys think about that, and if I should pull the trigger. Let's see if we can find a trade for any of these random players. Carson Edwards, it's a guy, like, we need a backup point guard. Just one that can just play 4 to 10 minutes a night. Just hop in for a couple of minutes and maybe just be a spark. Like, I like these Celtics point guards, bro. Peyton Pritchard? Like, could he be a guy? Okay, see, that's a trade out there. That is a trade out there. I mean, we do have to give up this year's second, but we're getting a young, nice up-and-coming point guard. Sending us away for Jordan Bell, who just signed out of free agency, and Wayne Ellington, who I didn't even know played for this team until I did this rebuild, and then we'll get a second, and we're giving up a second as well. So those are the 2 trades that we're going to make in this video. Let's just do some more simming. We'll just have the CPU adjust the rotation. And we'll lose to the Rockets. Terrence Ross will be right here. Some of you just got no pass. Next game against the Wizards, we pick up a W. Next game against the Raptors, we lose. Let's see what happens against the Celtics. We lose. And Mason Plumlee is out 1 to 2 weeks with a toe injury. That's not good, but I don't really care. We'll CPU adjust that. We win against the Bulls. Yeah, I should do this trade, bro. Tim Hardaway for Jeremy Grant, but the Mavericks would not do that, probably. I mean, maybe there's a small chance, but I don't want to go too crazy with this rebuild. I just want to do small, minor trades, and then when the offseason comes, we'll probably kick it up a little bit. So, we've already scouted around the first pick. We scouted late first rounders, and we scouted, I don't remember. But yes, these are players that we're looking at currently. I didn't look at Jalen Suggs because he'd be too small to play the 2. We'd be in a situation like Colin Sexton and Darius Garland if we were to draft him. So he is like the best guy that I didn't look at. And then we also have like Greg Brown, who I wanted to look at potentially, but we do already have Sekou and Blake, who's going to be here for the next 2 years anyways. So he wouldn't really have a spot early on. And you only get 8 people to scout, so let's just continue simming. Let's sim to just sim a week. Sim passes from over here. And we lose against the Spurs. Plumlee's finally back. We lose against the Jazz as well. That makes us, I think that says 10 and 25 on the year. We win against Kawhi and the Clippers. We lose against Curry and the Warriors, and we lose against LeBron, AD, and company in LA. So, we've got 2 games in a row against the Cavs, 1 game against the Bulls, 1 game against the Pelicans, then a game versus the Celtics coming up in the future. But I think the next game we'll play is the Cavs, maybe the Pelicans. We'll have to see how it goes. But that'll be it for me. I hope you guys enjoy. Sorry for this video. It's very badly put together. Very tired. But that'll be it for me, man. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. It's much appreciated. Hopefully if you enjoyed the video, drop it a like and you subscribe to the channel. But that'll be it for me. Boogie signing out saying peace.